moving on here, I want to talk about the state of the industry a little bit. So I'm going to talk about the kind of technology adoption curve, the rate of some of the adoption out there, the ag retail, or really agronomy environment that we service, and the kind of infrastructure for tomorrow, and looking at some different business models out there. So you're all familiar with this adoption curve. You know, the good news is that there's been a lot of adoption of precision ag technologies in general, and there's, you know, a recognition that, hey, this is more than just precision ag. This is ag. This is the future of ag. At some point, we'll stop using the word precision because this is just how it's done. But really, each one of these, you know, each technology needs to be looked at independently. You know, things like steering are way off on the right. You know, variable rate lime and P and K and things are have been very heavily adopted. And seeding is probably in the early adopter category, and variable rate seeding. And then we got the innovator stage of UAVs, big data analytics, modeling, all these things. And none of us really know how fast these things will move along this curve. And we've got another graphic here that goes along with this, that is the technology hype cycle. And I don't know, a lot of you have probably seen this, but Gartner puts out this hype cycle where they kind of chart out every technology that's conceivable on this. But this is the kind of curve that technology follows when it comes out. It's triggered, and you have innovators pick it up. It starts getting hyped by marketing departments and the media and so on. And it then peaks out at this peak of inflated expectations and then drastically drops off into this trough of disillusionment. Right? And during that drop, there's a lot of consolidation, a lot of the players shake out, and you kind of reset and start building towards this slope of enlightenment and finally a plateau of productivity. Now, I mean, we are overwhelmed by hype, right? I mean, this has been ridiculous the last couple of years. I mean, there's more players in this thing than you can shake a stick at. I was recently told there's over 600 global players now that are in the precision ag industry at some level. There's venture capitalists, you know, funding new companies left and right and so on. And reality is that none of us really know, you know, who's going to win, what technology is going to win, how fast they're going to be adopted. You know, I know there's a big feeling of, man, I've got to go do something new and fresh and get, you know, on this, with this latest, greatest thing or whatever, but there's a lot of fragmentation, a lot of confusion out there. And the reality is, most of them are full of crap, right? I mean, can I get an amen? You know, there's a lot of talk, there's not a lot of follow-through, a lot of companies spend a ton of money, and they don't have any revenues to show for it. So, you know, I say this for a couple of reasons. One, just to keep our, you know, I think understanding this curve kind of helps people have a little more patience and kind of understanding of this hype cycle that, hey, there's a lot of hype, but there's going to have to be this consolidation, and we're going to have to get to a point of, you know, real usefulness in this before we're going to have a lot of success. And these things take a long time. I mean, Gartner's saying that big data today is on this downward slope into this trough, and then it's going to be 5 years before it's out to the 5 to 10 years to this plateau productivity. Agriculture's behind that by quite a ways. We're still climbing the left side of that thing from a big data analytics standpoint. But here's something I want to, you know, you guys to come away with today is that with our new system, with the AgX platform, the ability for companies to bolt on to our system through our new APIs, you're going to be able to get access to a lot of these technologies and do it in a way where it's connected into the ecosystem you're already using to manage data, reducing your risk, also giving you more options as we can bolt on a lot of different players to this thing. And, you know, it gives you a way to stay with what you know works. You know, we know that variable rate lime, P and K works and sells. That's the core to almost all your information management programs today. We're doing more and more with variable rate seeding and those kinds of things. And now, there are all these new technologies, and a lot of them are fabulous, and we're going to hear from some technology players later today that are now working with our system. But we're giving you the ability to interact with those systems and let you sort out, the winners and losers and so on, and do it in a way, though, that it's compatible with your existing system and not one where you're having to go off and work with a bunch of fragmented, different solutions.